You've probably heard that timing and control are things you either have or you don't. That if you've always finished too fast, nothing can change. That belief is wrong. Your body is not a fixed script. It's a living system that responds to signals you send it every single night. Tonight, I'm going to ask you to change a simple routine before bed, not a pill, not a complicated program. A short, repeatable night routine that calms the nervous system, releases pelvic tension, improves sleep quality, and over the next few weeks, helps you gain real control. I'm Dr. Susan Parker, a urology educator focused on men's intimate health and vitality in midlife. I'll guide you step by step in clear, respectful language you can apply tonight. No gimmicks, just physiology used in your favor. First, let's get honest about what's happening when you feel you can't control timing. Most cases are not about willpower. They're about a nervous system that is running too hot at the wrong moments, a pelvic floor that stays contracted like a fist, and a brain that's exhausted from poor sleep and late-night stimulation. When those three things stack together, signals travel faster than your ability to modulate them. The result is a body that accelerates before you're ready. The good news is that this is modifiable. If you can cool the nervous system, lengthen the pelvic floor, and improve sleep architecture, you change the baseline. That baseline is what determines whether you have 2 gears or 10. I want you to see the problem without shame. In the evenings you scroll, the light from your phone keeps the brain alert, your shoulders and jaw tighten, and the pelvic floor mirrors that tension. You might snack late, raise your heart rate with intense workouts too close to bedtime, or use alcohol to relax. All of these feel small in isolation, but together they push your body into a sympathetic state, wired and shallow breathing, then throw you into fragmented sleep. The next day, your system is primed for speed, not control. What we're going to do is flip those signals. We'll create an automatic set of cues your body learns to associate with calm, length, and steadiness. The routine takes about 30 to 40 minutes. Keep it simple and consistent. The results come from repetition, not perfection. Here's how your night will look from now on. Pick 3 anchors you'll repeat every evening and build from there. Anchor 1 is light. 90 minutes before bed, dim the environment. If you can, switch screens to warm tones, or, better, place the phone away from your bed. Less blue light means your brain will allow melatonin to rise. Rising melatonin is not just about falling asleep. It's about telling your nervous system it's safe to slow down. Anchor 2 is heat and cool. 20 minutes before bed, take a warm shower. The warm water relaxes superficial muscles and helps your core temperature drop afterward. That drop is a natural sleep signal and a gentle cue for the pelvic floor to let go. Anchor 3 is breath. We'll use a paced pattern that lengthens the exhale, because longer exhales tilt your system toward calm. Try this rhythm. Inhale for 4, exhale for 6, repeat for 5 minutes. No effort, no force. If you like a count, you can add a soft pause of 1 second after each exhale. The rule is simple. If you can't keep it smooth, reduce the counts and keep the exhale longer than the inhale. Now we add the part almost everyone skips, pelvic floor down training. Many people only hear about strengthening, but if your baseline is already tight, more contraction is not your friend. You need to teach those muscles to lengthen. Lie on your back or sit supported. Place one hand on your lower belly. As you inhale gently through the nose, let the belly rise and imagine the base of the pelvis expanding slightly in all directions. On the exhale, allow everything to soften. No squeezing, no bracing. Think of the area between the sit bones gently widening on the inhale and returning to neutral on the exhale. Do 10 slow breaths like this. If it helps, place the tip of your tongue lightly on the roof of your mouth behind your front teeth and let your jaw relax. When the jaw unclenches, the pelvic floor follows. This is not theory. It's how your body is wired through shared reflex patterns. Add a small second layer, 3 rounds of a lengthening breath. Inhale gently, and on the exhale, make a soft hum for 4 to 6 seconds. Feel the vibration in the chest and face. This stimulates the vagus pathway, which tells your heart and gut to ease. Do 6 to 9 hums total. If humming feels odd, you can exhale through pursed lips as if you were cooling soup. The principle is the same. Long, soft exhales. At this point, your heart rate is lower, your muscles are warmer and more pliable, and your pelvic floor has a clear message. Release first, then respond. Control comes from the ability to change state, not from forcing a single state all the time. Nutrition choices at night influence control the next day more than you think. Heavy late meals, large amounts of alcohol, and ultra-processed salty snacks fragment sleep and spike your nervous system. Keep dinner balanced with protein, vegetables, and a modest portion of complex carbohydrates like quinoa, oats, or sweet potato. This steadies blood sugar and gives your brain the building blocks for calm neurotransmission. If you enjoy a small routine beverage, consider a caffeine-free option such as warm water with a slice of lemon or a mild herbal infusion. Avoid stimulants after mid-afternoon. If you're already taking medications or have conditions like kidney disease, always check with your clinician before adding supplements. If you're in good health and want something simple, magnesium glycinate in conservative doses is often well tolerated at night and can support relaxation. The point isn't products. The point is a predictable cue that your body learns. The day is ending, it's safe to settle, sleep will be deep. Let's put this together in a clean timeline. About 90 minutes before bed, dim the lights and place your phone out of reach. At 40 minutes, take a warm shower. When you come out, keep the lights low, set your room a bit cooler if you can, and put on comfortable clothing that doesn't compress your waist. At 20 minutes, do your 5 minutes of paced breathing with longer exhales. Then do your 10 lengthening breaths for the pelvic floor and your 6 to 9 soft hums. Finish with 3 minutes of quiet reading or a simple stretch for the spine where you lie on your back and pull one knee gently toward your chest, then the other, breathing slowly, lights out. If thoughts race, don't wrestle them. Return to the exhale count and let the numbers get fuzzy. Why does this routine matter for timing and control? Because the response you want is not built in the moment you need it. It's built the night before. The ejaculatory reflex is coordinated through the spinal cord and influenced by brain centers that are very sensitive to stress, fatigue, and hypervigilance. A tired brain and a tight pelvic floor act like a short fuse. A rested brain and a released pelvic floor give you a longer fuse before the reflex fires. Put differently, control is a physiological margin. Your new night routine widens that margin in 3 ways. First, it reduces the baseline sympathetic tone. When the baseline is lower, arousal doesn't spike as fast. Second, it changes what your pelvic floor does by default. Instead of gripping, it rests neutral and can modulate. Third, it improves sleep depth. Deep sleep recalibrates the brain chemistry that governs impulse, patience, and timing the next day. Let's address what you may be afraid to ask. What if I've had this problem my whole life? Lifelong rapid timing is often partly neurobiological, but that doesn't mean you're stuck. People with a quick reflex can still build control by lowering background stress, improving sleep, and teaching tissues to respond differently. What if I'm older and things have changed? In midlife and beyond, blood flow, hormones, and recovery shift. That makes night routine even more important. A calm nervous system and better sleep restore some of the flexibility you felt in earlier years. Do I need to do this forever? You will want to, because it makes your evenings feel better, your mornings clearer, and your sense of control stronger. The human body loves rhythm. When it knows what's coming, it rewards you with stability. There are things to stop tonight that will help immediately. Stop high-intensity exercise less than 2 hours before bed. Strong late workouts raise body temperature and nervous system arousal at the wrong time. Do your vigorous sessions earlier in the day when possible, and keep evenings for low-impact movement if you want to move. Stop doom scrolling under bright light in bed. That habit tells your brain to stay awake and tells your pelvic floor to brace. Your jaw tightens, your breathing shortens, and your body memorizes that pattern. Stop large amounts of alcohol in the late evening. Alcohol may feel relaxing, but it breaks sleep architecture, increases nighttime awakenings, and leaves your nervous system more irritable the following day. If you want a nightcap ritual, try warmth and breath instead. Now I want to give you a 2-week plan you can start today. For nights 1 through 3, choose 3 anchors: dim light, warm shower, and 5 minutes of long exhale breathing. Keep it simple. For nights 4 through 7, add the pelvic floor lengthening breaths and the soft hums. This is where many people first notice easier calm. For nights 8 through 10, add 3 minutes of gentle spinal stretches after breathwork, and keep your room slightly cooler. For nights 11 through 14, pay attention to daytime signals: steadier mood, fewer afternoon slumps, easier patience. These are not side notes. They are the early proof that your system is shifting toward control. At the end of the 2 weeks, keep the pieces that feel natural and remove anything that feels like clutter. The goal is a routine you can maintain without friction. Communication matters. Healthy control is easier when you're not trying to perform under pressure. If you have a partner, say this: I'm improving my night routine to feel calmer and more present. I'm focusing on sleep and relaxation so I can bring a steadier energy to our connection. That's it. You don't need a technical speech. Safety and patience lower pressure, and lower pressure makes control far more achievable. When you feel safe, your body doesn't rush. What about daytime habits that reinforce everything we're doing at night? A 10-minute walk after your main meal improves blood flow and stabilizes energy. Adequate hydration helps tissues stay comfortable. 2 brief strength sessions each week keep muscles responsive, including the hips and core, which support pelvic mechanics. None of this needs to be extreme. In midlife, consistency beats intensity. As your daily rhythm steadies, your night routine becomes easier, your sleep becomes deeper, and your control becomes more reliable. Let's talk about a trap: overtraining the pelvic floor with constant squeezes. Squeezes have their place, but if your default is already tight, more contraction just compresses the system. You want balanced control, the ability to lengthen, then recruit gently, then lengthen again. Our night routine focuses on the lengthening side, because that's the missing skill for many men with rapid timing. Another trap is trying to power through fatigue. When you're underslept, your patience drops, your breath gets shallow, and your body chooses speed. Respect recovery. Respect the routine that gives you recovery. If you've tried to white-knuckle your way through this in the past, give yourself permission to do the opposite. Slow down at night. Teach your tissues that slowness is safe. Teach your breath that longer exhales are normal. Teach your brain that screens go away and soft light comes in. Teach your pelvic floor that it can release without fear. These lessons are physical, not just mental. When they sink in, the next part of your life becomes easier. Timing improves because your system isn't sprinting. Here are signs that the routine is working. You fall asleep faster. You wake once or not at all. Your jaw feels looser in the morning. Your shoulders sit lower, and your breath naturally goes deeper into the belly. During the day, you notice more patience in traffic, fewer spikes of frustration, and a steadier kind of energy around people you care about. In the intimate sphere, you notice a wider range of gears. You can speed up and slow down without losing the thread. That modulation is control. You earn it at night. I want to give you a simple checkpoint you can track privately with a pen. Each morning, rate 3 things from 0 to 10. Sleep depth, morning calm, and pelvic ease. Pelvic ease is that background sense that the base of your body is not clenched. Don't obsess over the numbers. You're just looking for trend lines. Over 2 weeks, the average should rise. If you have a night out, don't panic. Resume the routine the next night. Consistency means most nights, not every night. Let's clear up myths quickly. Myth 1, finishing fast means something is wrong with you as a person. False. It means your system is primed for speed. Systems can be retrained. Myth 2, Only pills work. False. Medication can help some men, especially short-term or in difficult phases. But behavior and nightly signals are powerful and often necessary for long-term confidence. Myth 3. Getting older makes control impossible. False. Midlife bodies change, but they also respond very well to rhythm. Many men in their 40s, 50s, and 60s find that routine is their secret advantage. Myth 4. You must learn complicated techniques. False. You need calm, length, sleep, and steady breath. That's the core. Everything else sits on top of those foundations. There is also a medical reality we should name with compassion. If you've always had extremely rapid timing since your earliest experiences, or if you notice other symptoms like pain, burning, urinary changes, or a sudden shift after a new medication, involve your clinician. Conditions like prostatitis, thyroid imbalance, or medication effects can play a role, and addressing them can remove obstacles. Don't self-blame. Use your night routine while you also get the support you deserve. One does not cancel the other. I promised you a plan you can start tonight, so here it is in a few sentences you can remember. Dim your environment and put your phone away an hour and a half before bed. Take a warm shower about 40 minutes before lights out. Do 5 minutes of long exhale breathing, 10 lengthening pelvic breaths, and 6 to 9 soft hums. Read a few pages of something calm, then lights out in a cool room. Keep your dinner balanced and avoid heavy late snacks and alcohol. Do this most nights for 2 weeks. Your body will learn this language. When it does, control shows up because your fuse is longer and your mind is steadier. Imagine the version of you 2 months from now. You move through the evening without rushing. Your breath is quiet and slow. Your shoulders and jaw are relaxed. You sleep deeply. You wake with a calmer mind. In moments that used to feel like a race, you feel steady. You can modulate. You have gears. That version of you is not a fantasy. It's the result of the small decisions you repeat tonight, tomorrow night, and the night after. This is the kind of change that accumulates while you sleep. If you're ready to start, choose your 3 anchors right now: light, heat, breath, or light, breath, and pelvic release. Say them out loud. Commit to them for 14 nights. Tell someone you trust that you're improving your routine to support your health. Then follow through. When you feel the difference, keep going. This is intimate health. This is confidence. This is vitality in the maturity of your life, earned quietly at the end of the day. Here's the single sentence to remember when the day feels heavy and you want to skip. Slow nights build steady bodies, and steady bodies build control. If this helped you, share it with someone who wants real, respectful guidance, and subscribe for more science-based tools to improve circulation, sleep, and intimate well-being at any age.